Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Tengoku struggle continuing. Shanoku's route. I was gonna say Shinobiki's route. I'm like, that's not the right S name. Listen, we know my brain is not working at all. It's on overdrive and going a million miles an hour. There's also like a thunderstorm coming in, I swear, because it's been like dark all day, and I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, right before I came upstairs, I'm like, oh, thunder. Plus, the bird is here and fidgety. He'll settle down in a minute. He was being fidgety because I told him his auntie did not take her kitty with her. She moved. That sounds mean and hard. It's not my sister's cat. It wasn't my sister's cat. It was just all of a sudden a cat just showed up at her house. Like, came in her house, would come in the house, sometimes would stay the night, would just go and disappear and then come back. And it was like, totally obviously someone's pet, but like she could never find the owner. So, but they just moved. I just had to ask. I'm like, did you take the cat? They're like, no, we found his owner. And I'm like, well, like, first of all, if you have cats, they should not be outdoors. Not good for the local ecosystem. It's also not good for your cat. So like, no, you should not have it. We have an outdoor cat. Unless you like live on the farm. But like most people live like, no, keep your cats inside, okay? It's safer for them and the ecosystem. Keep your cats inside. But still, even that, wouldn't you notice if you were like, oh, I let my cat out, he wanders around, and like my other sister does. The cat will wander around in the front yard for a second and then be like, I'm back in the house, or like by the back, like does not go far. You know, it's just like, ooh, I'm outside. Okay, I'm going back in now, bitch. You know what I mean? But like, if it was your cat and you just let them out, they're just gone most of the day or overnight. Like the 4th of July, my sister kept the cat inside the house because she's like, I don't know who this cat belongs to. And like with all the fireworks and everything and awful people who would, you know, whatever. Especially because she said in her neighborhood, there's always the dog lovers. No offense if you're a dog lover, but some dog lovers are just like, if I see that damn cat, I'm gonna shoot it. Fuck you, dude. But like saying shit like that, she's like, yeah, I don't trust that these psychos who are gonna threaten a cat on like a HOA Facebook page, where everyone knows who you are, threatening to shoot a cat that gets on its lawn isn't gonna hurt a fucking cat on 4th. You know what I mean? Like, you're obviously psychos. But like, so like, you know, so the cat was inside all night. Slept in the house. Don't you think as a pet owner, 4th of July, you wouldn't have let your cat go out at all, even if your cat was used to kind of going out and like whatever, but you wouldn't worry? Like, sorry, I fucked up, but whatever. But anyway, they found the owner, but I'm like, the people who bought your new house are going to be like, why is this cat always here? Because the cat's probably like, these people used to pay attention to me and cared. Like, your real owners probably don't. But anyway, I was telling the bird that next time he goes to his auntie's house, he can come out of his cage because there won't be a kitty cat there. But they have bunnies. But the bunnies are outside and you can't play with the bunnies. And then we had a nice discussion about how cat and dog people think birds and bun-buns are easy to take care of, but birds and bun-buns are not easy to take care of. They're not. Cat and dog people think other animals are easy. Cats and dogs are difficult. But like cats and dogs, all animals are difficult to take care of in different ways. But birds are extremely difficult because you're so needy. And you poop everywhere. You're very real potty trained. I'll be fair. Other birds are very messy though. You're a good boy. Anyway. He's a little feisty now. He's a good boy. Anyway, and there's also a thunderstorm. So, fun times. Just in case you wanted the adventures of the cat that just showed up. Oh, no more Mr. Mittens or Chunkers or other Neelix or whatever the hell. Or Sir Thumbs-a-Lot. He had thumbs. He's a kitty with thumbs. And his little paws were white, so they called him Mittens. And my brother-in-law called him Chonkers because he was a chunky cat. Because he wasn't like fat or anything, but he was like hefty. He was a big cat. He's a big boy. You know what I mean? A lot of muscle. Like, and just like, also like, not like a dainty cat who was fat, but like a big, physically cat, you know? So, and then somebody said Neelix one time to my bird and the cat looked, so we thought maybe his name is Neelix too. cat had lots of names. Lots of freaking names. Or also Vader, because he's an invader. Because he would just invaded your house. So he had lots of names. Cat's like, I don't give a shit. His name is probably like Seth or something stupid. So I'm sorry if you have a cat named Seth. Or if your name is Seth. It's a stupid name for a cat, though. You don't name cats or dogs or think people names. That's weird. You don't know. They're named after like a character. Okay, but like you don't just be like, oh, that's my cat, Susan. Why? Anyway. Cats should be named things like Muffins and Sir Thumbs-a-Lot or something. Lord Whiskers. You know what I mean? Anyway. If you don't have anywhere to stay, stay with us. Our presidential suite's available. What should I do? Is that... The one standing next to Azamine under the shadows of a promiscuous store banner was... Hey, that's Rei Nishikikoji, the lead in the virtue ranking. Him? It's dangerous for a cute girl like you to wander around alone in a place like this, Azamine. There are lots of bad men who will try and trick you. Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah, I'll take that statement as fact. That's true. You're one of them, though, you twat. You think so? You don't want paparazzi taking pictures of you out here either. Well, I'd be able to do away with something like that through my connections. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Do voices right now. This conversation is... Hey, let's get out of here and take a break, huh? What? A rock? Damn it, who threw that? Trash like you can just play with yourself. Shanaku? That's my friend's little sister. Even if she was asking for it, I won't let this go. Even if... I mean, I get what he's saying, but it comes off really wrong. You're like, whoa, she was not asking for it. But, like, I get what he's saying. Like, if she was like, hey, yeah, we should go to, like, a hotel. Absolutely. He's like, fuck that. I don't care that she was telling you she wants to go to the hotel. You ain't taking a freaking middle school girl to a hotel, you pervert. Even though, again, I'm pretty sure Japanese school, like, middle school could be, like, 14 or 15. But still disgusting. Doesn't make it any better just because it's not 13. You know what I mean? It's really hard for me to do the math with, like, school things because, like I've said before, I started high school at 13 because I was younger than everybody else. That's not normal. It was just the way, like, school was up north when I first went to kindergarten, and then when I moved to Florida, they wanted to put me in kindergarten again, and my mom was like, no, fuck that shit, should have been in kindergarten. So, but I was under the age cutoff, which is usually like September. Like, so it's like, cutoffs are different in different places, but like most of the time you're like 14 going on 15 in freshman year, which I guess would technically still be middle school in the Japanese school system, because high school is only the last 3 years, I think. So I think that is the theory. Well, that's what I'm working with here. So she could still be like 14 or 15. But, like, even though, yeah, 15's better than, like, 13, but still gross for a 30-year-old dude to be hitting on a 15-year-old. It'd still be gross if she were 17. But at least she's, like, a little bit closer to being an adult. But, like, no. All sorts of wrong. Doesn't get any less wrong. I guess it's a little less wrong when she's 17. Because it's like, there's really no difference between 17 and 18 except for an arbitrary line of legal adult age. To be fair, there's really no difference aside from that line. And an age. And you know what I mean? You're not like, all of a sudden you cross over into 18 and you're like, magically an adult! But the law says you are. So, like, it's still kind of creepy if a 30-year-old dude's like, 18-year-old girl. And, like, it's still a little weird. You know? But like 15? Come on. Anyway. We don't need to argue that. It's disgusting, dude. Whether she's like 13, 14, 15, whatever. Like, gross. Gross. I would say at least 15, like, yeah, 14 or 15. Because then Kikinosuke was like, was he 17? Yeah, so, anyway. Which is weird, because we're 19 and he's 17, so technically, right, is he 17? He's not even a legal adult. That's a little gross, but we're all dead, so I guess whatever. We're 2 years older than him. Anyway. Ugh, this guy's gross. You can't get away with using violence on me. I'll call the police right now and...
Okay, I'll just cut off your fingers right now so you can't push any buttons on your phone. Which fingers do you not need anymore? Or is it better that I cut off your whole hand? Actually, maybe I can cut up your face a bit so you look even more handsome.
No, stop! I remember there's something I need to do. Goodbye! Though it was a clear threat on the man's life, he did just save someone just now. Well, I suppose I'll overlook it this time. Hey, absolutely, because I don't think him threatening trash like that was a wrong. He absolutely let him say it. It's not like he physically actually caused harm to the man. He just threatened him. And you know what? It's acceptable. Azami, are you alright?
Don't coddle her. Hey, Kiku's sister. If you're gonna do something dumb to try and get back at your brother, at least do it in front of him. Shut up! This has nothing to do with you! It does. Kikinosuke is seriously worried about you, but that could be a trap for us too. I can't help but think you're being ordered by Shino to distract us.
Sharaku, don't say that.
I told you to quit coddling her. You really are so nice, sis. I love you. Why were you stringing that guy along? Nothing. You want a boyfriend, that's all.
So you're gonna go with a creepy 30-year-old dude?
You look pretty uninterested if that's the case. Your eyes were like dead fish. Yeah, that woman ordered her. She has nothing to do with this. This is just what I want to do.
Actually, I would believe, Azami, that Shino has nothing to do with this, but it's really more... maybe she does. But from what we know and what we've seen, Azami was always doing this because Glasses, Mr. Sketch over here, I can never remember his name. Anyway, stop trying to bite me, you're being mean. I talk with my hand, so he's like, don't move your hand! And my hand was not bothering you. You were sleeping under my chin. Go back to sleep. Don't talk. Don't talk. Don't you talk to me. Talk back to me, Mr. Hear him grumbling. Not doing it. Before he was like, rah, 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 rah. You hear him honking? In a grumble? Yeah, you can be quiet. You were grumbling. You were... You were getting all feisty and bitchy. Being all grouchy. You grouchy, brat. And anyway, we know he was kind of like, oh no, flirt with these guys. It'll be better for your career and blah, blah, blah. So like, I don't know if Shino has anything to do with it, but I definitely think it's not what she wants to do, you know?
Yeah, then I'll get some customers for you. I get 80% for introducing you. Get over here.
Ah! Sharaku!
Stop it, you monster! What are you doing? Yeah, see? An innocent little girl shouldn't be pretending like she's a working girl. You! Guys like you need to die!
Azami?
I hate guys like you the most! You're horrible! Twisted! Stop it, you dumbass! Quit making a scene!
Is she booping him with her thing?
You're stupid! You're an idiot! Go die! I hope Asa cuts you in two!
Azami! If she's really the enemy, I have to stop her. I took out my whip, but then hesitated. But right now, I won't. Sharaku, are you alright?
What the hell was that ridiculous toy she had?
Did you get hit anywhere?
It was hardly a hit. Felt like a feather.
As he spoke, he readjusted his cap.
Are you still gonna speak up for that girl now?
Well, you saved her too, though. He really isn't honest about these things.
Well, I'm sure you find it hard to fight against the family of one of your friends, too.
You know what? You wanted me to pet you, and then you bit me really hard. You very nasty bird. Don't you? How fucking dare you? You should see this motherfucker right now. I had my hand sitting up so he could snuggle into it. And then I was betting him on the head, and then he turned and bit my thumb so motherfucking hard, so I moved my hand away. He's crawling down my knee, like, pooping his head against my hand, like, come on, snuggle me, pet me.
You bit me! You bit me so hard! You don't understand how sharp your beak is. I'm gonna take it and keep it. I'm gonna get your nose. I'm gonna keep your beak. And then you're like, pet me. I know, you're molting and it doesn't feel good. You know what? I get it. I get it. When you molt your feathers and it doesn't feel good, I molt internal parts of my body. That's disgusting. But it's kind of the same thing. I get it. I get it. It hurts a lot. It's very painful and you're very grouchy and you just want to curl up in a ball and cry and eat pizza. Stuff, yeah. Yeah, I know. Poor bird.
Anyway.
I wish we could bring her over to our side. She'd be the easiest one to convince.
Sharaku, what are you thinking?
Out thunder. We've talked about this. It's always best to go for your enemy's weak point. The weakest one on their time.
So you want to kidnap Azami? Ikanosuke would kill you.
Yeah, then you win her over and finally get some information out of her. You're the nicest one out of all of us, and you could put it to good use. Unless you have any better ideas.
Me? Trick Azami.
We need more intel. They all know who we are, so we can't just send someone over there. Look at what happened to Mikako's boyfriend.
Mikako's boyfriend, yeah, whatever.
I have to get my strength up to 100%, right? I know we have to work on that too. But besides that, I want to know Simon's weakness so we can send him back to hell.
I get it. We're not here to play around. King Enma ordered us on this mission to bring back the escapees. Let me think about it.
You seem very tired today, meow.
I really love the fact that he gets in a bath with a little sunbonnet, despite the fact that it's at night. Again, I guess it's a moon bonnet now, but still. There's just a lot to think about. I told Goemon what Mukun shared with us. I'm sure he'll relay the info. It upset me just thinking about it. I shouldn't be trying to sympathize with her, but... Are you okay, Tama? You've been walking around Asakusa all day, right? No humans have been messing with you, have they? Oh, we haven't even gotten into that, because, we're in every other route, there's always because of the app, people think they can just abuse other people or beat up people from hell and pay in the app and get, you know what I mean? And we haven't hit that, or that hasn't come up in this route so far.
The human bullying me, a Hell Guardian training, would be...
Oh.
A human bullying me, a Hell Guardian in training would be most absurd. I've been getting along well with the neighborhood cats, meow.
That's good to hear. Nice that Tama's enjoying himself. And
Yeah, then you win her over and finally get some information out of her.
It's a strategic move, definitely. Sorry, I have to itch my leg. From our perspective, Azami is on the enemy team, and we do need more information. This is definitely not the time to be saying that I wouldn't try to use her to get that. How do I beat a guy who's killed 4,000 people and a woman who killed a priest?
My servant Lord Shiro should be here with us. I want to have him wash me, meow.
Someone's here. It couldn't be. The timing is just too good.
Oh my. Well, if it isn't Lord Tama.
Again, goddamn, he wears his towel. It's tied so low on that one hip. Boy, we almost see everything. Everybody else keeps their towel tied up higher, and he's just like, but I want to get a little peek. He gives you a little sneak peek, and it's not nice. Very rude, because it's distracting. And now it's behind the text block, but you can still see it. That makes it even more distracting, because I have to read the text that's going right over it, sir.
Lord Shiro, how good of you to come. You would do well to wash me. Understood.
I've been here a while. I'll get out now.
Chief!
Oh, he's sad because he wanted us to hang out. He wanted to stay with us. Have him wash you well, Tama. Yeah, he looked disappointed. He was like, oh. There is no other choice, my lord. Please leave them to me and escape. But we may part now, but my life is yours, my lord. How romantic. Masamune, man, you really were a good guy. That's how a samurai should be. Is this a period drama? I guess Yona's into this stuff. Yona sat on the sofa in the living room, leaning forward and watching the movie intensely. Oh, samurai? Could be. Hey, did you have that kind of armor, Yona? Huh? He looked surprised. Maybe I asked something I shouldn't have. Yeah, of course I did. There was no one who could take me on. But armor like that's heavy, isn't it? Isn't it difficult to move in? You just gotta get used to it. And it was normal at the time. It wasn't weird at all. Huh. Yona watching a movie. Unusual. Paimon entered the room, glancing at the screen. I was messing around with the TV and this started playing. Just felt so nostalgic. A lot of period pieces these days, huh? I just watched a movie about me. It was all over the place, but my character looked handsome. You should see the games that we play about you. How many times have you shown up in games now? Didn't know there were movies about that. I want to watch one. I'm surrounded. I hope my lord has escaped safely. If they take my head, then I shall... Masamune, you're gonna cut your stomach after all, huh? It's okay, I know your lord will hear your noble spirit. Look, he's eating it for Clem. Look at his eyes, he's all watery and getting blushy.
Wow, samurai are just chomping at the bit to slice their stomach open, aren't they?
What's that supposed to mean?
It's just the truth. You guys all think you can resolve everything by ending your life for the sake of honor, right?
You... Come on, fellas. Time for coffee. Goemon, I'm not gonna let this slide. We lived in the same era, didn't we? You know he's mocking us, don't you? Hey, I'm no fan of the stomach slicing. Remember what the corporate slave said. Times change. We gotta get with the times. And Sharaku, I'm not gonna ask you to understand, but please, have a little class. We're products of our generation. Which is like... before boomers.
Your generation, huh? Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's been a long time since we've been alive. I'm sorry. I know. The bit hurt you, but you could just scream at me and not bite hard. When I was alive, samurai stuck their noses in everything. I always resented them for that. Sorry, Yona.
I see. Someone made trouble for you. Sorry on their behalf.
You idiot! You bowing to me doesn't change what happened to me, especially since you had nothing to do with it.
Hey, which one of you ate my ice cream? Sorry, I took the last one. Hey, why don't we go on a grocery run together? Woo! Grocery store trip! We haven't had one of those all game. We should get a lot of non-perishables that'll last us a while, too. Let's go stock up. I love grocery trips. It's so weird because I swear to God we're here all the damn time with our boyfriends. Ice cream, yummy ice cream. What should I get? Kikanosuke, let's get these sardines.
And these manila clams, too.
Alright, the sardines and clams. Oh, need some more milk. Good. Everyone's back to normal. Generations. Everyone's got memories of their past lives, so I guess there are bound to be differences. Wonder what sort of period I lived in. No, actually, I don't want to remember. Things have been fun lately. Remembering anything painful about my past might stop that.
You just left me back there. Are you bored of my body already?
I jumped from feeling sudden breaths on my earlobe from behind.
Just playing. I made sure to wash and dry Tama real good. He must be fast asleep now.
Don't get weird with me like that. It's good you took care of Tama, though.
He was talking about you the whole time. He said you've been kinda down. Is that because of me? Because I told you to win over Kiku's sister?
I know my orders. I want you to win no matter what the cost, too.
It's not gonna happen, huh? We know how you are. You wouldn't feel comfortable manipulating someone to get information out of them.
Well, we wouldn't know if I don't try.
By the way, you want to sleep with me yet?
You gotta love his persistence.
You want to win against Simon, right? I'll get stronger if you sleep with me.
You know it's gonna be really fun when we're like, I think it's time, and he's like, time for what? And you're like, time for us to sleep together, and he's gonna be like, what? I need that flip to happen. This man, I can't take it easy around him. I need to get some fabric softener. If you'll excuse me.
I'm an idiot. I know I can't touch her, and I'm still doing this.
Okay, take a small amount and incorporate it into your hair with both hands. Maybe I should have done this right after getting out of the bath. I'll have to be sure to do so from tomorrow.
Meow, meow. What are you putting in your hair?
Oh, Tama, did I wake you?
No, I was getting up. I was washed by my servant and my body was all nice and warm. It put me to sleep, meow. Yeah, that's the way the birdie feels. He's like, oh, my human has got me snuggled in their hand, giving me head rubs. Trying to be very gentle so my endeavors don't get rubbed the wrong way. And I sit here, got my eyes closed. Oh, yeah. You're being so good right now.
Oh, I could strangle you. I literally squeeze you.
I'm not good.
I do want to squeeze you, but gently. So fucking cute. I got tea seed oil. I decided to start using it. It makes my hair so smooth and
smooth? Put some on me, meow.
It shouldn't be poisonous, and he's already dead anyway. It should be fine. He's already dead anyway. I don't know why that's... Like, it shouldn't be poisonous, but he's already dead anyway. It's true, but it's so funny. Okay, stay still. I put just a bit on my hand so he wouldn't be sticky all over and massaged him, combing through his fur.
Meow! Ah, Chief!
How does it feel, sir?
Like heaven! Ah! I'm sure this would feel even more splendid right after having Shiro wash me.
Don't get too used to that, okay? You just had him wash you yesterday.
It's fine. He's my servant, meow.
Ow! Want it again someday. No, get out of my head. I just hate men.
What's the matter? You hear the thunder? Hey, Hellgate guard, let me through.
Shoroku Toshu, Sai of the Crushing Hell, a roommate of the daughter of Enma. What do you want at this hour?
Well, the Great King called me here and all.
I see. Head on in then. Mind your manners. Oh, I go talk to Daddy.
I want to have sex with your daughter.
Ooh, rolled sushi and the boxwood comb. End of chapter 6. Start of chapter 7. Okay, my hair is looking nice today, too. I can't wait for the mornings now.
Yeah, then you win her over and finally get some information out of her.
Come on, get it together. Oh, I've got to clean the bathroom today. I can do my laundry if no one's washing, too. Walk in and Shoroku's just in there naked. Oh, he's already in here. Well, I mean, he was in here, just not naked. He's just my subordinate. A prisoner. Be cool. Good morning. I'm cleaning here today.
Did you want to do laundry? Sorry, I've got a load going right now. I'll be done in 5.
Okay, I'll get started on the bath.
Want me to wash them? Your panties?
I can wash them myself. It's fine. It's kind of like he was like, you want me to wash your panties? And she's like, no, I got it. I can do my own laundry. And, like, didn't get that he was trying to be pervy. Or she did and she ignored him.
Are you trying to... Oh, okay.
I can't pet you like this. I was trying to get some of those pin feathers while I was making my point. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that one hurt. I know, but it was a big one. But I got it, I think. Ow, don't bite. Don't bite. You're so nasty. I can't help it. This pin feather right here is driving me bonkers. I keep bumping into it. I'm trying to get it out. Here you go. Oh, he's like, you're cuddling me with one hand and me with the other. But I can't do this because then who's going to click the button? Will you hold the remote and push the button? All right.
Ooh, I'm sad you won't accept my tremendous act of generosity.
I'll get to cleaning then.
I know she's hiding something big. She's such a bad liar.
Jodo. Oh, Jodo! Yes, of course I'm on it. It's going to help me get to heaven. Yeah, I am. I'm a big fan of Azamine after all. I always want to say Azami, and then it's like Azamine. Azamine. It's like you got to pronounce her name differently depending when you have the end or not. Probably don't, but I do because I don't know how to pronounce it otherwise. But anyway. But the UI on this app is a bit off, don't you think? They should have let me design it. Do you have any friends that don't come to school anymore? No. Where's Fujimori?
It's hard looking for missing people. The police will be useless too. They'll just say people probably went on vacation or something.
Maybe others returned right away, just like that man did.
Oh.
Ow.
In that case, I give up. We haven't heard anything from Mikako at all.
But we haven't heard anything from Mikako at all? Question mark. Right. I know we need information soon, but it'd be weird to pressure them, wouldn't it? I'll probably line her if I don't hear from her soon. Huh. That man. The young man in the suit coming toward us with Otsuda the other day was with Otsuda the other day. Hello. Oh, you're the daughter of Enma and...
You're the sketchy club guy.
I'm not sketchy. Club Tengoku's got the most wholesome and respectable management.
So you know our Lord Hellguardian here? You're not asking her to come work for you.
Wait, Sharaku, please don't misunderstand. He's someone from Otsuda's business.
Otsuda. Oh, right, that woman.
Sorry for trying to recruit you.
You know, you should really be mindful of who you're talking to.
Sorry. It was actually the first day I ever tried talking to someone. Someone who worked with us suddenly went mume, so we were short-staffed. Oh my. I was trying to help Otsuda, so I was attempting to scout for new people.
But you're human, aren't you? You're alive, right? You're working in Ura.
It's not uncommon, you know. Humans work part-time at Hell Mansion, too.
I don't think I've seen you around before. Did you just get here from hell?
It's gotta sound like that when he's in the jester costume, because I'm sorry. Curious about that man too, but first, we need updates on the Sayamon and Shinobikini.
You don't seem used to this lifestyle. Does that lady have something on you?
Our guests say the same thing. I've been working here for a year, though.
You got some loans to pay off.
I ran away from home. Oh. He answered so casually that Sharaku and I looked at each other. Family knows about it. Everyone knows that I ran away from home. They do? We both are from hell. Johari Mirror would reveal any lies, so just listen. Wait. I thank you for learning about hell. Well, let me make a bit of correction, though. Yes, after death you're put on trial in hell and all the deeds of your life are shown to everyone present in front of the Johari Mirror. But the only ones permitted to see it are King Enma and the stenographer. This tool isn't accessible to anyone else in hell. You don't have to force yourself to tell us anything. Oh, I see. I misunderstood what Miss Otsuda told me then. But it seems she's taken a liking to the both of you. Please hear me out if you'd like. It's a bit of a ridiculous story, though. I feel like it's going to have a plot. Or in part of this, you know. Is the classy young man... Is classy young man Shinosuke?
Then go for it.
I was born and raised... Oh, good Katsumi Sakata. I was born and raised in the countryside. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't told you my name yet. It's Katsumi Sakata. I'd gotten fairly good grades throughout high school and even planned on going to a national medical university in the area too. But I didn't get in. My family runs a private clinic that I was supposed to take on, but I failed my entrance exams and would have to wait a year to retake it. But I failed again. My father beat me for failing, saying that I was embarrassing, pathetic, and worthless. I almost killed him. Fortunately, there were some shears on a nearby desk, and it just happened. Father got out of it with minor injuries, but it was just impossible to be at my home anymore, so I came to the capital. I mean, I could kind of understand why you ran in that sense. I mean, I would have understood if you ran because you're like, I failed the test twice and my father beat me, so I was like, peace out, and ran away. But also definitely running away from the fact that you tried to kill your dad. Yeah.
And here you needed money.
I knew of the Asakusa special ward and thought I could die if I went through the gates of hell, but I was yelled at to get lost. Well, Father doesn't let anyone living through without permission. I was wandering about starving when Otsuda scouted me, and that's how I started working.
That's how you started, huh? She took you in pretty quickly.
I had nowhere to stay the first night, so she let me sleep on the sofa in the shop. She said I had to eat something and went and got food for me. When I told her how I got yelled at the gates of hell, she cracked up laughing. Felt like I was saved by her laugh and that hot tempura and soba. No, I know I was saved. Well, I do think it's good that you didn't die. Right? He's able to talk about such a heavy past so calmly, but given my own home is hell, I'm not sure what to say back to him. I understand I ran away, but I just couldn't stay there. They're like, it's not that you ran away, it's the fact that you stabbed your dad. That's probably worse. That said, I don't think I belong here either. Utsuda's been encouraging me to return to my studies and try to be a doctor. See, well, that's kind of nice of her. And to give treatment to the poor for free and charge loads from the rich. That sounds like her. Well, that's for after I get into a medical school, though. I pray you do. I'll ask Father to do the same. I'm sure a prayer from King Enma would work. Please do. Well, I gotta get back to the shop. I live in the apartment behind it, so I always walk around here. Come say hi if you see me around. Sorry, Bird, I can't sit with my knees up anymore, so you're gonna have to snugs under my chin like normal.
Aw, stretchy. You're a good boy.
Same for us. Thank you very much. He respectfully bows toward us and walks off.
Who knew that clumsy scout knew that woman too? What a small world.
That surprised me. I never knew that was why he worked here. Huh. But that means he's graduated high school already. Is that uniform for work? There are lots of worlds in this one, I guess. Oh, okay, so he's wearing a high school uniform? Well, because, listen, we know that there's a lot of pervy people around here who are like high school kids, so... And listen, if you're role-playing and you're both legal adults and one of you's wearing a school uniform and the other one's pretending to be the teacher and you're having like a student-teacher relationship in the privacy of your own home and that's your little sexual fantasy, there's really nothing wrong with that. You're role-playing. It's wrong when you're actually a student and a teacher or an adult and a student. That's gross. But when you're two adults and you're just dressing up, like, whatevs. Do your thing. So, like, if he's dressing up like wearing a high school uniform to lure people in. The thing about that is not like people come in and they're like, yeah, so you got any, oh, this guy, he's cute. Oh, he's 20. Okay, but he'll wear the school uniform. Cool. Like, they're seeing this guy, this young man in a school uniform and probably yeah, that's where it gets a little tricky and weird. You know, you're like, he's like, yeah, I'm just pretending I'm a high school kid. That's gross. Like, out there to scout, like, to get people to come into the shop. So then the people that are coming in are probably not assuming you're an adult in a school uniform. I mean, like, even if you have, like, a schoolgirl or schoolboy kink. Like, hey, yeah, I want my boyfriend to dress up like a schoolboy and, like, 30-year-old man dress up like a schoolboy. Fine. Again, that's your kink. That's cool. No problem. But, like, even if you saw some guy on the street, you're like, he looks like a 40-year-old man dressed like a high school kid. You probably would be like, that's an unfortunate high school kid that looks like a 40-year-old man. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be like, oh, I'm just assuming he's actually... No, you would assume that somebody on the street in a school uniform, probably is actually high school kid. You know what I mean? So, like... So that's my problem with that. It's like, you know. Unless they know him, but... anyway. She's like, this is weird, but yeah, a little bit. I suppose I wouldn't be surprised at any of the shops here in Aura.
You talk to guys pretty easily, huh?
Don't put it like that. Like who?
I like that kid in the classes.
Classes? Oh, Fujimori!
You sound so close with him.
You're getting jealous. He's like 12. I know he's like 16 probably, but he looks 12, okay? He's our adopted son. You're gonna have to just not get jealous over our adopted son. That's weird. He's not like, you're gonna fall in love with him. He's like, it's somebody else taking your attention away. Like, listen. Simmer down, child. I saw him the other day, but we all met him at the same time, didn't we?
Why invite him to a barbecue out of nowhere?
Okay, I guess that was a little strange. He just looks like a sad, lost child. Like, have you not seen him, Charku? He's a sad, sassy, lost child. It is our duty to adopt sad, sassy, lost children. I just can't ignore him for some reason.
You like younger guys? I've never heard of that.
Stop talking about everything like that. It's not romance. He feels like a little brother. Like family. I feel like I really want to find out that he's a reincarnation of our brother from a past life. That'd be so fucking adorable.
Maybe he's your husband from a past life. Sorry. Right. Yeah, that was...
No, I'm sorry too. I guess I really am bad at hiding my emotions.
Sorry. I made you talk about something you don't want to. Now I'm just hurting you.
Forget about it. I'm fine. Forget about it is kind of like forget about it can be like, no, forget about it. Don't worry about it. Like, no, don't worry. Like, it's a nice thing. But usually when they have things in games, forget about it. It's like, forget about it! And it's usually taken coldly. You know what I mean? It's not always meant to be cold, but like I feel like in games and anime or shows, forget about it is usually like always in the harsh sense. So then I'm fine would be like, I'm fine. It's okay, I'm fine. You know, so I feel like I'm fine is better. No, let's forget about it. Okay. Alright, whatever. So the one time it is like, just forget about yesterday. But I'm gonna forget about it too. I see. This feels awkward. It's my fault. There has to be something else to talk about. He's very stormy out right now. So, Shardaku, about yesterday with Azami, my duty is the capture of the escapees. I can't be going soft. And I'm worried about Azami. I can handle her. Huh? We don't have time to be standing on the sidelines doing nothing. We have to get closer to them somehow.
Why the sudden change of heart?
Because of what I just said.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I won't know unless I try, though.
Wait, you're not thinking of how to save Kiku's sister while you're at it, are you?
I knew it. Well, I wouldn't call it saving her. I'm just worried. She's just...
Stop trying to carry everyone's baggage when you have enough to deal with on your own. It'll just be a lot of work.
I do have a lot to worry about.
Forget I mentioned anything.
I don't know if it'll work, but I'll try talking to her.
I'm telling you it's not gonna work.
But she might try and do something dangerous again, right?
Even if she does, she's already died once, so I'm sure she'll make it through somehow.
How can you say that after you were so worried about Azami yesterday?
It's not her I'm worried about. It's Kiku and the rest of us.
In any case, I'll go talk to her.
There's nothing more arrogant than getting happy over being able to help others.
His words are like a freshly sharpened blade. They just tore at my heart.
We aren't gods nor the Buddha. We don't need to go around saving people. In fact, the Buddha's actually just a lazy guy for the most part and doesn't really save anyone. Just look at that moron from the heavenly realm.
But we'll regret ignoring people in trouble.
And that's for your own gain too, right? It's because you don't want to feel bad, right?
I felt a cold fear. His words were ruthless, making all the blood from my body drain away, even from my fingertips.
People don't do things for others. That's a lie.
What? I knew he could be so cynical and rude, but I really wish you wouldn't say something so sad.
Salvation's just part of the antics of a lowlife who wants to be something but can't.
I caught a glimpse of the darkness he carried. A deep, deep darkness I didn't know about. Then, mock me and scorn me as much as you want. I'm a transient. I do want to be acknowledged and commended. And yeah, I don't want to feel bad either. You've seen the spider's thread be lowered into hell before too, haven't you, Shardaku?
Yeah. Everyone was beating and killing each other to try and go for that puny little thread. It was gross to watch.
That's how much people want to be saved. They need someone's help.
It's all so ridiculous.
Yeah, to be honest, I used to think the same thing. That prisoners are getting what they deserved. But you heard Katsumi's story just now, right? His circumstances were complicated, and it feels to me that everything wasn't so clean-cut. But do you mean to say that what Otsuda did for him was pointless? After hearing what Katsumi had to say, can you still say she's arrogant and the things she did were silly antics?
Sorry.
He did apologize, but I felt he did so without meaning it and was even somewhat lost. Maybe it has something to do with the crime he committed. People do things for the sake of others. At least that's what I want to believe.
Even as King Enma's daughter and a provisional Hell Guardian, you sure are soft. You're a real softy, Lord Hell Guardian. It's the same as when we were talking about being stuck on a boat together.
But I feel that boat still hasn't capsized yet.
Man, I'm hungry. How about we do lunch early?
Shardaku, are you listening?
Is there something you want to eat?
Soba with herring. Just the look on her face was like, asshole's not listening. He just tuned out.
And that's another sunset coming down today. It's so irritating knowing something crazy is going to happen, but we have no idea what.
How about we take a small break and get back to questioning after that?
Yeah, I'm a bit thirsty too.
It's funny because we've only seen him in pain once and she hasn't had that moment of like, but we're in chapter 7. We're about halfway through then because like, aren't there like 11 chapters, I think? Oh. Don't you bite my headset, bird. After buying some drinks at a nearby store, we went to sit at our usual bench.
Ah, are you here for the flowers as well? You two.
They stood there enshrined in the crimson wisteria under the dark red sky. The red wisteria looked like blood once again.
Jurobe, daughter of Enma, would you care to admire these flowers with us? What? You gonna cut us in two the moment we toast to some sake? You're so doubtful. This is good timing. I'm gonna make my declaration to you today. Asaimon Yamada, I promise to return you to hell.
Is this your petty attempt at revenge? Mean to chastise me? The one who cut you down? A prisoner?
Jurobe, won't you consider being our ally? You're still going on about that, huh? Simon and I are old friends.
gentle smile appeared on her face, and she brushed away some of her neatly styled hair. He often cuts off the pinkies of those he executed and gave them to me. Jurobe, he tells me he had once even prepared for me the fingers of those women you saved. Huh? Tell me, Jurobe, how many did you buy? As for myself, oh my, I simply cannot count. How many did you buy? Do you think that's why he was sent to the, like pervert hell? Because it's like you were buying horse? Because she was basically bought by that priest who then assaulted her, and that's why she killed him. Do you think that Sharaku making the money he was making as an artist was buying prostitutes to set them free? Because she just said, like, the women you helped or whatever, and then how many did you buy? So, like, were you buying women to, like, set them free, and then it was like you were buying prostitutes, so that sent you to hell even though you were doing a good thing? And you're like, yeah, well, everybody sucks. I can understand why you think everybody sucks. Or do you feel guilty because, like, the 13 women you quote-unquote killed, did you, like, buy them, set them free, like, to let them go, but then, like, if they don't know how to, like, I wouldn't say they all ended up dead, but I mean, like, well, I mean, they would have eventually, just from growing old, but, like, if you're used to living the life of luxury of a prostitute, I mean, in Yoshiwara, you were probably like, oh, hey, look, like, whatever. I mean, maybe he was buying, like, lower level prostitutes, but, like, the way they portrayed these games is almost like sometimes, like, the higher level you are, you're like, oh, look, wow, you are just treated like gold, right? So, like, if you were used to, like, oh, I have all my needs met and everything, I just gotta sleep with people, okay, that sucks. But then it's like, okay, now you're free, go out and live in the world, and you don't know how to do anything to support yourself, like, that could get you killed, you know? Yeah, I bought 13 women, I set them free, and then they all died because, you know what I mean? It's like the fucking people who were like, animals shouldn't be pets. I'm gonna kidnap birds and set them free. My bird, like all the crazy PETA people that would think that my bird should be set free to live in the wild. My bird would die in 5 minutes in the wild. He does not know how to live in the fucking wild. Okay, he doesn't. You know? So it's like, he's a domesticated animal. You can't just chuck him out in the wild and be like, I set him free! No, you didn't. You set him up to be ripped apart, shreds, and to suffer. Like, he is happy as a clam right now, jammed under my chin. Getting all the seed and shit that he wants and the loves and attention. Like, he would suffer and die in the wild. Like, you know? So, well, anyway. Fingers? What are they talking about? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's okay. It's just a flash flood warning again because it's rainy.
It's just flash floods. It's just flood warning. It's okay. I know that beep. And it gets very loud, but we have to check because with weather like this, you never know. You never know if it's going to be floods or if it's going to be tornadoes. We don't want tornadoes. No, we don't. That's terrifying. We live in a place where those happen. It's just floods. It's okay. It's just floody. We're fine. We don't live in flood zone. We'll be okay, and you can fly. Anyway.
I was the only one out of the loop. I had a feeling that if this kept going on, Sharaku would be pulled over to their side. Oh, Judobe, that face everyone loved so much looks so sad right now. You poor thing. Ugh. Stop it. Huh? I don't know what all this is about, the supposed real name, but his name is Sharaku. Please stop calling him Judobe. I see that you love this man, daughter of Enma. Whoa, girl! Not your reveal to make. Why don't you join us as well? With him? What are you... My legs shook from shame and fear. Asaemon hadn't drawn any of his blades, and this woman simply kept smiling. To be separated from the man you love is more painful than having your body torn apart. I hate seeing the tears of a woman.
Just shut up already. You've been going on about all these things no one asked you about.
I want to save you, Jirobe.
I'm telling you to shut up.
I felt as if even the red sky shuddered from his piercing shout. You'll always be welcome with us. And then they simply just melted away into the bright red sky where the crimson petals danced.
Damn it.
He handed out a water bottle to Sharaku as he listlessly sat down on a bench. He gulped down some water in a fit and just sat there, quiet. He looked as if he wanted to say something, as if he wanted something to be said to him. Your name is Sharaku. The nickname King Emma gave you is Shiro. You're a friend, stuck on this boat with us. I'd never allow you to get off my boat by your decision alone.
Well, that's scary.
I wanted to hold him so badly as he hung his head, but I desperately suppressed the urge to. Jesus Christ, it said flash flooding. I didn't know they meant it was all the flood was going to come out of the sky. Sounds like a monsoon out there, bird. Jesus. You look terrible. How about you go in the onsen once we get back?
It must be pretty pathetic right now if you, the provisional Hell Guardian, are being sympathetic toward me.
If you can talk back like that, I'm sure you can walk back to the house. I was about to call Hi-Ai if you couldn't.
I don't like taxis. Let's go.
Really summoned from buckets of water, Jesus. You'll always be welcome with us. Never ever let that happen. But why Sharaku? Oh, sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry too. It's because you keep walking around looking at your phone. We're sorry, miss. It's okay. Two of them bow their heads and begin walking off together, their shoulders intimately close to each other. That's so cute. I wish I could have walked with someone in that way and...
Hey, what are you staring at? Here I thought you liked quiet old men, but you really do like the young innocent boys, don't you?
No, stop connecting everything to romance. I just thought those uniforms were cute. No, what you should have been like, I just thought it was cute how they were walking so close together.
The uniforms.
Oh my god, if you show up in a uniform. Also, I'm sorry, we have not seen you in whatever uniform they're going to put you in for Hell Mansion. You have to work at Hell Mansion and wear a costume. We haven't done that yet. Come on, Route. I'm going to need you to, like, pick up the pace and, like, let's get to, like, licking his wounds or what. Licking his mark. Well, that sounds so inappropriate, but you know what I'm saying. And, like, you know, when are we going to find out when his mark is? And, like, when are we going to see what costume he wears at Hell Mansion? Yeah, the uniforms. They could never tell him I wanted to try and go on a date like that. I've talked about it with my friend before. New uniforms like those weren't around when she was alive, and it'd be fun to wear them.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't anything like that around when Oshichi and I were alive.
Huh. Wait, I didn't talk about Oshichi in detail when she first met you at all, right?
Well, just listen and don't get angry.
Oh. Yaoya? Is it Yaoya? Yeah.
Yaoya Oshichi is the woman famous for lighting a fire to her own house in order to see her lover. A well-known story in the Crushing Hell.
Yeah, I can see that spreading there. Kind of like a fire.
Some guys who are also model prisoners and work in the human realm hit on her before. She dumped water on them and yelled that her heart belonged to Shinosuke.
That sounds like Oshichi, alright.
Even though Oshichi and I were alive in the Edo period, we were in different time periods within that. She lived a century before me. Thanks to that, I was asked to draw her a number of times. An evil woman smiling at the flames of the great fire of Edo.
An evil woman?
I find it admirable to be so in love with a man she never spent a night with and to still be so unable to forget about him now, wow. But I like the fact there was a different period, so he was always asked to draw her. He's like, don't be mad, but I was always asked to draw her, but like this evil woman who said fire to Edo. Amazing, isn't it? If I were to fall in love with someone, I wonder if I could love like Oshichi.
If I love someone, steal a glance at him. I couldn't possibly look him in the eyes, though, while having such an embarrassing thought.
So, getting back to those school uniforms, you're saying you want to try them on then?
Oh, no, I died when I was 19. It would just be absurd.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a weird question.
Oh, he is so gonna fucking get all up in a costume for us. Anyway, I will wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.